Hi, if you partner with our company, we can guarantee your business will experience a 10% increase in profits. We, the people at HI-5 Consulting, analyze, critique, and dissect all the strengths and weaknesses that a restaurant may have. Once we determine those strengths and weaknesses, we then team up with the managers of the restaurant to implement our recommendations based on our findings. We then use those recommendations to improve the business or restaurant based on any and all complaints or concerns that customers have frequently made toward the restaurant. Hi, if you partner with our company, we can guarantee created in 2015. This company was founded by 6 co-founders, including myself. We were all former co-workers and also former college classmates in the School of Business. The focus of our company is currently on local restaurants. We thought it was best to direct our attention to the local fast food restaurants because these are probably going to be the most visited restaurants in the area, given that the population of the area is composed of mostly college and high school students. Our company mission statement is business is dedicated and focused on building genuine and personal connections with clients. Once a client, always a client. This information is important because it lets our audience know the background of the company. It also allows them to gain insight to who we are, what we intend to do, and whether or not they can trust us. And as far as credibility goes, this should help them gain a sense of the aspect that we care. Created in 2000. My name is Keino II, and I am one of the co-founders of HI-5 Consulting Company. Like my 5 other business partners, I am a graduate of the Richards College of Business at the University of West Georgia. Coming out of college, I went straight into the fast food business. I served people, took orders, handled complaints, and learned how to operate the store night and day, top and bottom. My expertise includes knowing how to level with customers. I know how to de-escalate a situation. I'm also good at handling money and values. And all of this is due to my education in finance and accounting. All of this is important because it lets the audience know who I am as a person, as an individual, instead of learning about the company as a whole. They get to know me on a more personal level, and I can become a part of the crowd, or they can become the person on the stage giving a presentation. It won't be 2 different walls put in place. It can just be one group. I am currently in a student organization, and my student organization needs help in communication because a lot of times people will miss out on key pieces of information or just act completely against a plan or act out of order. And I've actually been a victim of this within my organization because I would sometimes show up late I would show up not dressed properly, or I would just not show up at all due to misinformation, bad information, or just information not relayed or conveyed properly. All of this helps the audience understand that I am just like them. It understands that I was once, or I am just another person in the crowd, or I have the same issues that they do. It should help them see me as a person, not just standing in front of them, but also they should be able to feel like I should be able to sit with them in this presentation. My The restaurant I reviewed is Cookout. Cookout is a fast food restaurant that has been around for about 32 years. It is popular for its milkshakes, burgers, and various side items. But this particular cookout is located on South Park Street in Carrollton, Georgia, which is a college town. One of the competitors of Cookout is Wendy's. Wendy's is on the same street as Cookout, and the similarities the two businesses have is they are both fast food restaurants with drive-through and dine-in options. They both serve roughly the same items on their menus, and they all invite the same crowd. They both invite young college or high school students. But the difference between the two businesses is that Cookout actually offers I guess you'll call it a walk-in drive-through. People can actually just walk up to a window and place their orders without actually having to walk into the establishment or having to wait in a line at a drive-through. They can just walk up to a window, place their order, and then get the order and walk back to their car. Another one of Cookout's competitors is McDonald's. McDonald's is also on the same street as Cookout. McDonald's and Cookout are about the same as far as timely service and whatnot, but one of the main differences between these two establishments is that Cookout doesn't have two drive-through lanes. At McDonald's, two customers could order at the same time, and that should, if ran properly, that should decrease waiting times and make for a better experience for drive-through customers. Whereas at Cookout, people have to just sit and wait longer because there's only one line operating. Three strengths that Cookout has are great tasting food, good prices, and decently timed service, a good speed of service. Uh, there are a lot of reviews stating this. Here on the screen are three reviews that pretty much represent most of the good reviews that they have. There's a lot of reviews about their milkshakes, a lot of reviews about their fries, decently priced food. And they don't know, none of the customers have said that there have been overcharged. Um, a lot of the customers have spoken on how quick the service was, how quick they had to wait in line, or how short they had to wait in line. And then a good number of the customers also talk about how good the food tasted and how they'll be back, how it was their first time coming, and how it was just a good experience for them having been their first time. The last slide, we talked about Cookout's strengths. They also have some pretty bad weaknesses. Three weaknesses at this establishment is poor cleanliness on the inside. Sometimes they have inconsistent food quality between orders, and other times people or customers have said they have made complaints against the people in the workplace who act like they just do not care about the well-being of the customer. So going down the list, there are several times when a order has been wrong or order has came out not visually appealing, something of that nature, and then a customer will go or would approach a employee of Cookout, and the employee will act like they just didn't care. They will probably direct the customer to a manager who also didn't care, and stuff like that is just bad for business because then people have to, they will call corporate, and if it's a good establishment, it may get shut down simply because there are a few bad apples in the bunch that don't want to take their job seriously, don't want to walk into the business with pride, and it's just not a good look on the company. For the business to help improve and defend against these bad complaints they have been receiving. The first one is about the cleanliness on the inside. The recommendation is just to implement some sort of cleaning schedule throughout the day during the hours of operation. The manager should have someone clean all the areas of the store without creating a safety hazard or anything, or without discomforting the customers or employees with things such as a strong smell or a slippery floor, wet table, wet seats, anything of that nature. So this cleaning schedule should be put in place. One or two people at most, three if the store is big, and one of the biggest threats that Cookout has is having mishaps or situations where an order will have poor taste, poor quality, and poor accuracy all at the same time. Things like this can completely turn away a new customer, and they would pretty much make an old customer feel highly unappreciated and disappointed with their experience. Um, Another threat is a long wait time. So Cookout is one of the few restaurants in the area that stays open past 11 and 12 o'clock. So midnight, pretty much. It's one of the few restaurants that stays open past midnight. So given that this is a college town, it's a lot of football games, it's a lot of parties, and people don't really get out of those things till around 11 or 12 o'clock. And Cookout will be the only thing open to get food if you wanted to get some food before you head to your house. So a long wait time would just be a complete turnoff. It may make customers just go on home. It may make customers just go around the corner to Waffle House, but a long wait time is not the thing to have. It's not what needs to be going on if people are hungry late at night, and when one person comes after a party, they're pretty much going to bring their friends. So it's a lot of money missed out if there's a long wait time that people just don't want. Another threat to Cookout is the quantity of their side items. So in the comment section, the review section, there are a lot of reviews stating that Cookout shortens or they don't give a lot of side items when people order their sides. So a customer may order fries, they may order nuggets, and a lot of times customers may feel like they didn't get enough of their food that they ordered. So they ordered it, they obviously want it, but they don't feel like Cookout is giving them their money's worth on their side. So, I mean, I reckon anybody will be at least a little dissatisfied if they ordered something and felt like they were shorted on it after they had already paid for it. So those three things I feel like are threats to Cookout. I don't know if I don't think that they are big enough threats to cause Cookout to be closed down, because Cookout is already a all around good establishment. It's a great restaurant. It's just these are three things that just may diminish the quality of the restaurant, may diminish the value it has on the people in the community and whatnot. But like anything, this shouldn't be too hard to fix. So this is my SWOT analysis chart. It basically just states everything that I have previously said in the prior slides, such as its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and or recommendations and threats. So this is just a visual demonstration, just in case anybody forgot what I said, didn't understand what I said, or just needed me to elaborate. Everything is right here, clear as day. It's easy to navigate. Everything is labeled, so shouldn't be too much right here. It's just reiterating what I've already spoken on. In conclusion, it is very important for restaurant managers to check their reviews regularly. Checking reviews at least 3 to 5 times a week should allow for somewhat timely responses, so that customers can feel like the restaurant understands them and appreciates their business. To bring in more profit, Cookout should implement, the training program or the system for employees to improve their service, their interaction with customers, or their order accuracy. Like I said before, Cookout is already one of the top picks in the area. It's already one of the best restaurants in the area because it is one of the few restaurants that stays open past midnight. So there really isn't anything really it's not much for the restaurant to do to really be better than its competitors, like Wendy's or McDonald's. Thank you for allowing me to better your company. For future reference, try to stay up to date on what your customers think of how you treat them and the service you provide for them. Make sure your employees are upholding the standards of the restaurant at all times. Like I said before, whether they are under managerial supervision or not. Feel free to reach out to HI-5 Consulting at any time. Our email and number, website is all on the slide below. To promote our business, we are offering complimentary HI-5 Consulting t-shirts so that you can show everyone who took your business's ratings through the roof. Once again, don't hesitate to contact us with any questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you for having me. Thank you for listening. Good luck and continue to thrive.